Good morning guys, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Life Reels where we discuss fun, adventure and experiences. एक special week है Ninja के लिए because we've completed 25,000 kilometers on the Ninja last week. So I bought this in 2015. ये अभी 25,000 kilometers old हो चुकी है. तो अभी जैसा मैंने कहा we completed 25,000 kilometers on the Ninja in the last 4 years. So I just thought कि एक ऑनबोर्ड ओनरशिप रिव्यू किया जाए फ्रॉम अबाउट द निंजा. मैंने लास्ट वीक ये किया था बट देयर वाज सम इशू विद माय माइक सेटअप, तो द ऑडियो गॉट कंप्लीटली स्क्रूड एंड द फुटेज बिल्कुल भी यूजेबल नहीं रहा. तो आई थॉट of taking this opportunity of once again reviewing the Ninja 650R, having an ownership review. So let's start with the pricing. 2015 में I had bought this bike for somewhere around a 6.15 या 6.2 का प्राइस ऑन रोड which was stock, मतलब without any accessories and all, जिसमें से I had got funded for around 4.5 lakhs and 2.5 lakhs के आसपास मैंने डाउन पेमेंट किया हुआ था. इंटरेस्ट रेट याद तो नहीं है, अराउंड एक 8 के आसपास, 8 या 8.15 के आसपास शायद कुछ इंटरेस्ट रेट मिला था, शायद थोड़ा सस्ता भी था, पता नहीं. एंड मंथली EMI ऑफ रुपीज 9,816 was what the monthly EMI was. Yes, a 6.5 lakh bike owned by a middle class lad was a distant dream. Nevertheless, as it said, as long as you keep dreaming and working towards it, you will definitely once get through. So that's how the story for me has been, and finally I got my hands on my own Ninja 650R. So let's begin with the review, the ownership review of the Ninja 650R and of how I have felt in the past 25,000 kilometers riding this bike. तो कैसा रहा है अपना अभी हम जानेंगे. So yes, there we are, the Kawasaki Ninja 650R 2015. So let's begin. Pros. So I wanted a motorcycle which was comfortable for long distance touring, not only for the rider but also for the pillion, because I was engaged by then and Neha also likes to go along a lot with me for all my travels and all. We were searching for a bike which was comfortable for the rider as well as a pillion, and I just called up one of my friends who owns a KTM showroom, Mohit Ahuja. He directly pointed out the Ninja 650R to me. He said, dude, this is your motorcycle. And he knew that I am not a person who would just go for weekend rides. I ride my bike a lot. I almost ride it every day. So he said, boss, for your kind of riding, this is the motorcycle which I can suggest. And he gave me a test ride of his ER6N. He owned a ER6N back then. So मैंने उसकी ER6N चलाई, and boy oh boy, I really loved the engine, the torque, the ease of riding, the handling of the motorcycle was just brilliant. But I always am a little skewed towards faired motorcycle. तो मैंने ये fairing वाली motorcycle, the fairing वाली variant जो है वो ली, which was the Ninja 650. When it comes to comfort of riding, the quality is top notch. The setting, I am what around a 5'6" के आसपास है मेरी height, and the bike is just nimble. Beautifully, ergonomics are very nice. So yes, this was the bike for me. 10 on 10 when it comes to ride quality and the comfort. Point number 2, अगर मैं देखता हूँ, so the ease of riding this motorcycle. This motorcycle is very easy to ride. It is a 210 kg beast, but as soon as you let go the clutch, all the weight somehow disappears, and this is a very nimble bike to flick away in traffic. And the weight of the bike actually keeps it grounded on straight highways and also on corners. NH17 पे बहुत बार travel किया है इसको लेके. NH8 which is an arrow straight highway, उस पे travel किया हुआ है. So no matter where you take this bike just does the work very well. इस पे काफ़ी सारे ऑफ-रोडिंग भी की हुई है, decent ऑफ-रोडिंग, not pro level ऑफ-रोडिंग but decent ऑफ-रोडिंग काफ़ी सारी की हुई है. And also there the bike has performed very well. Another reason why the ease of riding is great is because of the beautiful torque range जो इसका है. The torque range is just great. This bike does around 50-60 kilometers per hour on the 5th gear. अभी देखूँ तो we are on the 5th gear. You can see we are on 57. And अगर मैं pull करता हूँ without a gear change, I get to, मतलब the bike picks up brilliantly. मतलब मैं अभी 90 चला गया था without a gear change, from a 60 to a 90, and ये obviously अभी मैं city limits में हूँ, so I cannot pull it more. So point number 2 was that ease of riding, torque बहुत अच्छा है. Point number 3 when it comes to is the service cost. सो द सर्विस कॉस्ट ऑफ द निंजा, अगर मैं बोलता हूँ कि यार एक स्पोर्ट्स बाइक है, 650 सीसी है, 6.5 लाख की है, तो लोगों को लगता है बॉस इसकी सर्विस एक्सपेंस बहुत ज़्यादा होने वाली है एंड इट इज़ गोना बी डिफिकल्ट टू मेंटेन दिस मॉन्स्टर. ऑन द सर्विस पार्ट इफ़ यू टैग अलॉन्ग द कॉस्ट ऑफ द स्पेयर, तो येस थोड़ा एक्सपेंसिव स्पेयर्स है, बट द बेसिक सर्विस पर से इज़ ग्रेट. आई यूजुअली सर्विस दिस बाइक एट अ 6 or 7,000 इंटरवल. ऑयल चेंज करता हूँ, ऑयल फिल्टर चेंज करता हूँ, एयर फिल्टर इफ़ इट इज़ क्लॉग्ड आई चेंज it, or else I'll just keep it like that. A normal service cost with an oil change and oil filter change comes up to a 6 or a 7,000 rupees. That's what I have been paying and it is a tough bike, so इतने जल्दी इसको कुछ होता नहीं है. I have a lot of friends who've used the Ninja for a lakh kilometers also, but the engine is built to last. It is a tough engine. So service expense मैंने बताया 5 to 6,000 rupees एक के आसपास आ जाता है. बाकी तो मतलब तुम देख ही रहे हो यार, इट इज़ मतलब मैं सिटी में चला रहा हूँ, कोई इशू नहीं है, ज़्यादा गियर चेंज करने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती. द ट्रैक्शन ऑन द बाइक इज़ रियली वेरी गुड, द कंफर्ट इज़ गुड एंड डेफिनेटली द निंजा 650R बीइंग क्या बोलते हैं ग्लोबल सक्सेस रहा है ये मोटरसाइकिल. सो यू गेट अ लॉट ऑफ आफ्टर मार्केट स्पेयर्स ऑल्सो फॉर दिस बाइक. सो उस डिपार्टमेंट में अपने को वरी नहीं करना पड़ता कि यार अगर मुझे स्पेयर्स नहीं मिलेंगे OEM तो क्या होगा. सो येस यू गेट अ लॉट ऑफ आफ्टर मार्केट स्पेयर्स फॉर द निंजा 650R which keeps your bike running for long as you can keep it. Those were some of the pros which I have actually experienced over the last 25,000 kilometers. Now let's come up to some cons. A couple of cons of this motorcycle is it could have been much better in the braking segment. So this has dual discs on the front, a single on the rear, but still somehow the braking on this bike, the braking definitely is good. मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा कि braking खराब है इस bike की. It is a nice, good, punchy braking, but it could have been much better. The lack of ABS definitely कोई सिचुएशन में अपने को ऐसा लगता है कि अगर इसमें ABS होता तो इट वुड हैव बीन अ लॉट सेफर बाइक टू राइड. इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली दिस बाइक इज नॉट असिस्टेड बाय एनीथिंग. ना इसमें ABS है, ना इसमें स्लिपर क्लच है, ना इसमें वेरियस मोड्स टू कंट्रोल द CC एंड अ 71 bhp इंजन व्हिच इज अ लॉट ऑफ पावर. सेकंड इज द लाइटिंग, द इल्यूमिनेशन सेगमेंट. लाइटिंग में दिस बाइक ऑल्सो लैक्स अ लॉट. दिस हैज अ ड्यूअल हेडलैम्प एंड स्टॉक हेडलैम्प्स जो है वो इतनी अच्छी ग्रेट इल्यूमिनेशन नहीं देती when you are riding in the dark. So you always feel the need of having something more on the motorcycle with reference to the lights. So I have again upgraded my headlamps also. Point number 3 is the ground clearance. As I said, you can take this bike anywhere and decent off-roading मैंने की हुई है, but on the ground clearance segment it is somewhere around a 130 mm ground clearance which this motorcycle has, which at times जब मैं solo ride करता हूँ तो इतना issue नहीं होता, but जब मैं पिलन के साथ राइड करता हूँ तो I have to be a little cautious when I am passing through speed breakers and all. तो वो कभी कभार यार ब्रश हो जाता है नीचे and the exhaust का जो belly है वो it touches the speed breakers. So ground clearance maybe it could have been a tad bit better, 130 mm, but basically this is not a motorcycle which is meant for the off-roads. लोग लेके जाते हैं and ये कर भी लेती है काफ़ी decently. So 130 mm is a decent ground clearance, but also with reference to the size of the speed breakers which we have in the city, it is a tad bit less. इसके अलावा अगर मैं cons अगर कुछ बोलना चाहूँ तो yes, the stock tires which came in Dunlop Road Smart on stock on the bike which came, those tires really sucked. I did not like those tires a bit. So I used the Dunlop for around 9,000 kilometers before I really felt the need of, if I wanted to enjoy the motorcycle, the traction, I really needed to upgrade my tires. So I swapped the tires after 9,000 kilometers and the bike is a much safer bike now. First we covered the pros, then we covered the cons. Now let us cover a couple of aspects which I have taken care of to take care of the cons to a certain extent. So first thing which I said was the braking. I have upgraded my brake lines to steel brake lines from HEL, both front and rear. And उसके साथ में मैंने brake pads भी change किए हुए हैं which are the ABC brake pads. So definitely that has improved the braking a lot more. It is more confidence inspiring and braking segment में ये better हुई है, but ABS definitely, if we would have had an option of an ABS, it was a no-brainer. I would have gone for the ABS variant. Second, on the illumination, as I said, illumination part के लिए मैंने headlamps upgrade किए हुए हैं. I have plunked in the Philips Extreme Vision. They are good. I cannot call it an upgrade, but they are definitely an improvement over the stock. And उसके साथ में I have these aux lamps which I have put, which definitely add up to some additional illumination to the bike. There's nothing much which I have done with the bike. I am a person who would like the bike stock. The performance upgrades are definitely a tad bit expensive and they would want you to shell out a decent amount from your pocket to get that done. हाँ, एक और pro मैं जो बोलने भूल गया. The plus point on this 650cc 71 bhp engine is it has an amazing fuel efficiency. अभी एक सेकंड में दिखाता हूँ. Let me show you. See now, सिटी में अगर तुम देखोगे आई एम गेटिंग समवेयर अराउंड एन एवरेज ऑफ 18 to 20. ऐसे डिसेंट खाली रास्तों पे व्हेन आई एम रबिंग द इंजन वेरी लीनियर तरीके से, तो एक 14 से लेके 18 के बीच में मुझे सिटी में एवरेज देता है. एंड ऑन दी हाईवेज द बाइक डज वंडर्स. अनबिलीवेबल नंबर्स, लिटरली 30-31 भी दे चुके हैं मोटरसाइकिल. एंड दैट इज़ नॉट completely relying on the digital meter which I have over here. That is through the tank up to tank down method. एक टैंक फुल करने के बाद टैंक एम्प्टी जब हम करते हैं उस मेथड से मैंने मेजर किया हुआ है. So yes, the bike is outstanding on the fuel efficiency part also. These were some points which I wanted to discuss as the ownership experience of the Ninja 650R. So that is it guys. It is an awesome bike. This is definitely a keeper. This bike is not going anywhere. That's it for now guys. Thanks for watching and signing off, Kshitij from Life Reels. Keep riding, keep driving, be safe.